it.
I am licking my chops because it's time to eat.
Game plan within the game plan.
As a quarterback, I'm throwing it to the pylon.
As soon as I see you look, I'm looking.
Don't do what's on the paper. Do what you know.
And when he shows it, it's too late for the DB to get there enough to stop the catch. I didn't know this was coming.
This is the fastest speed in the world.
If I tried that now, I would tear everything.
Whoa, whoa.
Look at this museum.
This is Hawk's beautiful gallery.
Talk ball.
Come on, man.
Wide out Wednesday, yay.
In honor of the international games, we too are on a foreign field right now, Dan. We're doing this from the touchscreen. Welcome to IRL. We're going to improve it, remove it, lose it. One player, 3 plays, 1 play to get better at, 1 play to get rid of, and 1 that we're going to hang in a museum because it's such a work of art. We have none other than your guy, my guy, Puka Nacua.
Has unquestionably become one of the best receivers in the NFL, probably one of the best all-around football players in the NFL. Start with your improve it tape.
Well, here's my improve it. This is going to be a screen in the red zone.
Okay.
The way it's built for a tunnel screen. You're going to see he's going to try to make a play in the middle of the field when the opportunity is actually that tunnel in the way it's designed. If he does that, the way it's drawn up, that's probably 6. Here's my remove it. Now we're going to see it out and up. Now what Puka does here is he makes a decision that he's not open for Matt Stafford. And to your point, he's now receiver number 1 in the NFL. And when that's the case, when Matt is in trouble, he's still going to give you that opportunity.
All right, so here comes Puka in motion. I want everybody at home to see the route and the completion. This is the under center play action pass. Puka's going to run that in route and what we would call like that dagger concept. Let's rewind it from the start and that great connection between quarterback and receiver when he's going motion. Talk to me.
All right, so Puka's going to come in motion here. Now we're going to have Davante Adams on the ball. His job right now is to push the defense down the middle of the field, which means he has to do 2 things. Run fast, get off the ball as fast as you can. Wow. They have press coverage, which slows him down there. He's not as fast off the ball because he's trying to maneuver through all that stuff. But
this is bad spacing, right? Like
horrible spacing.
For concept-wise, you would want him to be here and him to be here, right?
Absolutely. He's going to clear it out for Puka, but Puka is coming with speed and motion, so he has to go into his route. Now, the reason why this is such an incredible play is because Puka, he's getting a free release full motion, but watch what he does here. His depth is going to be around 15 to 17 yards.
Let me ask you that. The depth-wise, right? Is he counting yards? Is he counting steps on this? How is he getting to his proper depth? Ball snapped at the 20.
Typically, it's drawn up from a yards perspective, right? But when you're a professional, when you're one of the best, you know the amount of steps that it takes you to get to 15. I'm going to take 9 steps. I'm going to be looking the DB right in his eyes because the moment I start looking at the yard line, he knows I'm stopping. I can't let him know that I'm stopping. I have to make him feel I'm running right by him. So Puka's going to probably count steps in his head. Not only that, he knows from a field perspective, Davante should have cleared this out, and I do not see him in my peripheral, so I have to pepper my steps, meaning I got to slow down a little bit to allow this to develop.
So you're saying that's what he's doing here, is he's slowing down, he's gauging. Davante clears, now I can snap that off.
Absolutely. So he's going to not only slow down, allow Davante to finally get through, now he's got to navigate the defense, he's got to navigate where Matt's going to put this ball, and Matt, like I said on the improve it play, he's going to throw this no matter what because I know I have Puka down there somewhere. This ball is incredible, but that catch is something you can't teach.
I remember last year when he first started to break onto the scene, I thought one of my favorite things when he sees zone coverage, and he's smart. Like when he comes in that motion and no one's running with him, he knows defensively they're in zone. My favorite quality in zone with him is he always does this. When he gets to the top, he's always surveying. He's always looking, what's going on with where I'm going?
I love that because when you have a receiver in the NFL, right, there's 2 sides of the house. There's talent and then there's development. For him, his special talent, he's fast, he's quick, he's strong, all those things. Is he the best at those? Maybe not. The thing that makes him special is he needs the least amount of time to track a ball. So he has the ability to survey defenses because when Matt throws that ball, he needs a split second to find it and react, as you can see from this incredible play that we're putting up in the Louvre. Here we go. Come on.
You forgot. How do we get
my bad. I gotta go. Let's go. Get him up here. Long overdue, too.
Lube it.
Puka might go triple crown this year, y'all.
Oh.
Again? Another Rams?
Touchdowns, though. We got to get touchdowns for him. More touchdowns.
Another Rams guy?
Well, listen, maybe we could add a few more.
He's a stud,
You never
man.
know.
He's a stud.
I just noticed that the one on the left says Hawk Mona Lisa, and I really like that.
My kids think it should be Hawkalisa.
Mona Lisa.
Hawkalisa is way better.
Yeah, that's what they said. But.
Ooh, I was about to make a different joke, and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to resist the urge. All right, facing Nakua and the
clap it up for
Rams
maturity.
tomorrow night, the banged-up 49ers. Adam Schefter back with some updates there. Adam, let's start with Brock Purdy.
Laura, big news that came down within the last 30 minutes. The 49ers have ruled out their quarterback, Brock Purdy, and their two starting wide receivers, Ricky Pearsall and Juwan Jennings. That doesn't even include the fact that George Kittle already is on injured reserve. So Mac Jones will start his third game this season for the 49ers. He'll be throwing to receivers like Kendrick Bourne and Demarcus Robinson, and the 49ers have a big challenge on their hands. Meanwhile, some notable running back injuries today across the league. Braylon Allen has an injury that Aaron Glenn said is considerable, significant. Trey Benson placed on IR, had knee surgery on his meniscus. He's out 4 to 6 weeks, and Bucky Irving is dealing with a left foot sprain that leaves him week to week. This week sounds like it's unlikely. We'll see if they can make it back for next week. And obviously, earlier this morning, the Cleveland Browns made the change. They went to the rookie quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, over Joe Flacco, the veteran, who now will be benched 1 week after the Giants went to Jackson Dart, got a little spark. The Browns are hoping for the same thing for their rookie third-round draft pick, Dylan Gabriel, who will make his first start Sunday in London against the Vikings and their defensive coordinator, Brian Flores. That will be his true welcome to the NFL moment, playing an international game against Brian Flores. Tough assignment, but the Browns are hoping that he can respond the way Jackson Dart did last Sunday.
Yeah, it's a good correlation, right? At least some recent evidence there. In the Browns locker room today, reporters approached Shedeur Sanders to ask about the change. Here's his reaction.
Vocally, anything to say about
Enjoying yourself and having fun.
All right, so that was not an audio issue. Shedeur pantomimed his answers. Adam, go ahead.
Well, a few things here to keep in mind. First of all, I'm told that was Shedeur Sanders' way of responding to Rex Ryan, who was very critical of Shedeur Sanders earlier in the week or last week, saying that Shedeur Sanders should not open his mouth, should not talk to the media, should do this and do that. So today, that was Shedeur's response at Rex Ryan, as it's been explained to me. But in the end, when you are essentially imitating a clown doing a pantomime, you yourself wind up looking like a clown. Most people don't realize that he's trying to send a message to Rex Ryan. And it comes on a day where the Browns have benched Joe Flacco. They're starting a rookie quarterback from his draft class. And there's a time and a place for everything. That's not the time and place to try to get back at Rex Ryan. That's the time and place to conduct yourself in a professional way, to answer a few questions, and to step aside. Instead, he decided to mime the answers. Everybody has their own ideas about how funny and entertaining this was or wasn't. He was obviously delivering it as a message to Rex Ryan, which is lost on most of the public, but it doesn't come off as a professional look.
Yeah, it's valuable context, Adam, but what you said after that I think is most important. Field, what's your reaction?
I understand Shedeur is frustrated because this is a player that thought throughout the pre-draft process he might go as high as pick number 1 overall. He ended up going in the 5th round. I get it. I know the frustration. 144 picks is a long time to wait. The best way to get your revenge for the 32 teams that bypassed you 4 times at least, and many teams ahead of the Browns in the 5th round bypassed him again, is to play great football if and when you get your opportunity. And it feels like all this does is just add to the noise around Shedeur Sanders. I think ultimately the best way he can make noise is going on the football field and proving that he can play. And I just feel like these kind of things create more distraction, not just for him, but for the entire locker room. I get it. This is a situation that is circled around him during the pre-draft process. But now he's a Cleveland Brown. And now his head coach, maybe Dylan Gabriel and other players in this locker room are going to have to deal with more people asking questions about a player who right now, is a third-string quarterback. Normally, you never hear from the third-string quarterback at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I was going to say he's the most talked about 5th rounder we've ever seen. He's the most talked about 3rd stringer we've ever seen. And there's things that come with that. So for Shedeur, again, I know he's doing his thing and he's just trying to go through the process, answer back to what he thinks Rex Ryan, the context is lost. the best thing you can do is keep your head down. Your opportunity will come, and all of this precursor stuff will not matter if you perform.
Are you helping yourself in your own building by acting this way?
No.
Are you helping yourself outside of the building?
No.
There's 64 jobs like that in the world. You're not helping yourself. Whether you like what Rex said or not, whether you agree with what Rex said or not, when you play quarterback, you're always going to deal with it. I don't care if you're the third stringer, the second stringer, or the starter. Would Patrick ever do this?
Oh.
Jalen Hurts has been killed for 3 years publicly by the media.
Yeah.
He doesn't respond to it ever. With Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar.
I'm trying to think of this isn't even a great comp, but like Bryce Young, like when he got benched, he never handled it any bad way. Shedeur hasn't even been benched. He hasn't even started.
That Baker Mayfield, when he was younger, he certainly had some fiery moments.
Yes.
But are you helping yourself in your building? No. Are you helping yourself outside of it? No.
And to your point, Baker Mayfield, from some of those things, that's part of the reason he's not a part of the Browns organization.
Sure.
And by the way, what do you think Baker would say right now if you asked him about how he answered in those times? Do you think he'd say, that was great for me? He'd probably say, I learned a lot from that. I wish I hadn't done it that way.
He still has the chip on his shoulder, and yet he can answer things in a professional manner. All right, so that's that. That's what happened there. Still ahead on NFL Live. We've got a lot more to get to.